Hey folks, I'm Jake, your Aussie host and tour guide for another Should I Go video. I'm extra excited for this one because it focuses on my favorite city in the world, Amsterdam. This place isn't just a city, it's a feeling. It's freedom, it's adventure, it's history and modernity effortlessly blended into something truly magical. And for me, it's the place I love most on Earth. I've traveled far and wide, seen cities with incredible skylines, met people from every culture, and tasted foods that left me speechless. But nowhere has ever pulled me back the way this city does time and again. This is Amsterdam, my Amsterdam, and by the end of this video, it just might be yours too. Yeah, the museums are incredible. The history, unbelievable. But let's get real. You're here because you want the real Amsterdam. The places only locals know. The hidden corners that make this city feel alive beyond what the guidebooks tell you. You don't just want to see the city, you want to feel it, experience it, breathe it in like a local, live it like you belong here. So let's skip the lines and crowded squares and dive into the Amsterdam that stole my heart. Please note, this is an adult travel guide to Amsterdam, not meant for families or children. Amsterdam is a playground for the grown-ups. There is a PG version of Amsterdam that almost any guide can give you. Here, in this video, I dig below the shiny surface of Amsterdam to give you an honest look at fun in the dam, so be ready. Exploring Amsterdam like a local means diving into the authentic experiences that make this city unique. Whether it's savoring a mini Dutch pancakes called poffertjes from a street vendor, wandering through the narrow alleys of the Jordaan district, or enjoying a quiet moment in a hidden courtyard, living like a local is all about embracing the everyday magic of Amsterdam. So let's get started on this journey to uncover the true essence of this incredible city. First things first, you need a bike. Forget the trams and Ubers, this city was designed to be explored on two wheels. But here's a pro tip. Stay away from the tourist-ridden rental spots near Central Station. Instead, rent from a local place like A-Bike or Black Bikes. Their prices are better, their bikes are sturdier, and you won't stick out like a sore thumb on some neon-colored tourist cruiser. And trust me, once you're on a bike, Amsterdam changes. Suddenly, the city feels like your own. But be smart. Bike lanes here are serious business. If you stop in the middle of one for a selfie, expect some colorful Dutch curses flying your way. Ride along the Jordaan district, where the canals are calmer and lined with little cafes and vintage shops. Take the scenic route through Oosterpark, where you can find locals lounging in the grass, kids playing soccer, and an atmosphere that just breathes relaxation. Amsterdam isn't just about where you go, it's about how you move through it. Now here's the thing about Amsterdam, its best spots aren't in plain sight. They're hidden, waiting for you to stumble upon them like a treasure hunter in a modern-day fairy tale. Take Begijnhof, for example, a secret courtyard right in the middle of the city, dating back to the 14th century. Step inside, and suddenly, the buzz of the city disappears. It's quiet, peaceful, a moment frozen in time. You'll find some of the oldest houses in Amsterdam here, including one of the last remaining wooden houses. Most tourists walk right past it, completely unaware. But you'll know better. Breakfast? Forget the hotel buffet. The Dutch might not be known for extravagant breakfasts, but when they do it right, they really do it right. If you're craving something simple but perfect, head to Bakerij Wolf in De Piep. Their croissants? Flaky, buttery, straight out of a Parisian dream. Or if you want a true hidden gem, find your way to Gartine. This place is tucked away down an alley, so small you might miss it if you're not paying attention. But inside, a cozy little cafe with mismatched plates, vintage decor, and some of the best homemade organic bread and local Dutch cheese you'll ever taste. Pair that with a perfect cappuccino, and you're starting your day the right way. Amsterdam's coffee shops in the red light district are well known, but there's more than meets the eye. The coffee shops here aren't just about coffee, they're a cultural experience. And the red light district? It's a historic part of the city, with stories that go back centuries. Explore with respect, and you'll find layers of history and culture you never expected. Coffee shops. Yeah, the ones where you actually can, but generally don't drink coffee. But also, the ones where you can really relax. The first thing you need to know, coffee shops are not traditional cafes. They are where to go if you want to buy or consume legal cannabis or hash. But avoid the tourist traps like the Bulldog or Greenhouse. Too crowded, too commercialized. Instead, step into Jongens. Sleek, stylish, and with some of the most knowledgeable bud tenders in the city, it's the place to go if you want quality over hype. Their Amsterdam genetics strains are legendary. For something with an old-school underground vibe, Grey Area is where you need to be. Tiny, intimate, covered in graffiti and stickers from travelers who have passed through over the years. But if you want the most chill cannabis experience, La Tertulia is my go-to. It's a family-run coffee shop with a relaxed, almost mystical vibe, surrounded by plants that make you feel like you've stepped into a hidden oasis. Another couple of favorites to try, Resin, close to Central Station, has a cool hip vibe, perfect for relaxing and chilling. Try their space cakes if you dare. Potent edibles not for the weak. Or try a real local favorite, the Best Friends coffee shops. They have several locations around the city. My favorite is in the Oost or East near Javaplein. They do mostly take away but have great cannabis. If the Dutch themselves go there, then you know it's good. Pro tip. Whichever coffee shop you wander into, please do so being relatively sober, as in, not drunk from alcohol. Mixing cannabis with alcohol is a very bad idea, and prohibited in Amsterdam, and for good reason. We don't want tourists falling into the canals now, do we? If a coffee shop worker smells alcohol on you, you will be escorted out. Fair warning, mates. And then there's the red light district. Most people think they know what it's about, but they don't. Sure, you'll see the neon glow, the infamous windows with the pretty half-naked girls, and a sea of curious tourists. But take a few steps away from the chaos, and the real heart of the district reveals itself. Pro tip: if you plan on experiencing one of the red light ladies for yourself, a good way to have a great time is to offer them more than their usual. You get a little more attention and courtesy that way, making the whole affair feel less clinical. Oh, and no taking of photos. This is strictly forbidden anywhere in the red light district. In fact, if you disobey this rule, or act rude or obnoxious in any way, the ladies have a panic button they can press, which will bring the police to their booth in less than a minute. That's right, there are Dutch cops everywhere, so be polite and respectful. This is one of the oldest parts of Amsterdam, where history breathes through the cobblestone streets. Stop by the Oude Kerk, the city's oldest church, which sits in stunning contrast to the modern-day reality around it. Check out the row of hidden red light windows most tourists don't even know exist. This is one of the places the locals choose to go. Then slip into one of the hidden speakeasies like Door 74, where expertly crafted cocktails make you feel like you're in the 1920s. Amsterdam isn't all sex and drugs, trust me. If you want to experience Amsterdam like a real local, you need to visit the amazing street markets. No Order Markt on a Saturday is my absolute favorite. So is the massive Albert Kuip market on weekdays. Grab a fresh stroopwaffel, let the caramel ooze between your fingers, and just wander. Listen to the vendors shouting in Dutch. Smell the aroma of fresh-baked bread mixing with aged Gouda. This is the real Amsterdam. Now sometimes you need to escape the city, and Amsterdam lets you do that too. Hop on a ferry to Amsterdam Noord, rent a bike, and head to Het Twisk, a nature reserve with quiet lakes, hidden beaches, and zero tourists. It's the perfect place to swim, relax, and feel like you've discovered a piece of Amsterdam only a few lucky ones know about. Pro tip: go to Central Station and hop on a train to anywhere. The other fascinating parts of Holland are relatively close by, with most trips to cities like Utrecht, Leiden, or Den Haag, The Hague, less than an hour away. But for me, my favorite place is Haarlem, just 15 minutes outside of Amsterdam and halfway to the beach town of Zandvoort. Lay on the sand, have a drink at one of the many beachside pubs, and try the weird but delicious herring the Dutch seem to love so much. Then after a day, or even just a few hours of relaxation at the North Sea, head back to the dam for some nighttime fun, A truly wonderful way to spend your day in the Netherlands. There you have it, just a taste of some of my favorite things to do and see in beautiful Amsterdam. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this spectacular city, as I've just scratched the surface of all that Amsterdam has to offer you. There's a magic here. It's in the way the city moves, how the water and the sky blend together in the early morning, how a simple bike ride can feel like an escape into a painting. Amsterdam is my favorite city, and now you have an idea as to why. So, should you go to the Dutch capital and experience Amsterdam the way locals do? Of course, yes, but with a caveat. If you can be respectful of the local Nederlanders, not make a mess or a nuisance of yourself by being loud and unruly, then the Dutch will welcome you with open hearts to their beloved city. Heck, maybe you'll even see old Jake here riding around and smiling from ear to ear. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you soon in another Should I Go video adventure. And thanks so much for watching.